Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Tomb Kings playthrough where we are just pushing to finish off Ghrond, and we're also going to be moving up to take on and finish off Ghrond over here, as well as deal with these guys here. So, a few little bits and pieces, but we're getting ourselves there. We're going to take a couple of turns with those guys. Got a little bit of building up to do. Let's just blitz through this. Ooh, I want to save up actually to get a few things over here. It's a different track. I don't think I've heard this one before. Oh, we've actually already got that, so I'm happy there. It means we can get some war cats somewhere. Where do I want you? You're going to start actually heading down this way, and we're going to do a little bit of extra recruiting for you. You can get yourself a war sphinx. Couple more of those guys and one of those guys. Do I want to do that? Yeah, that's going to make this quite a nice army. Then I'm going to rejig this army twice. This is going to become a little bit... This is going to become quite a powerful army. Oh, we get two. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have got rid of them. Never mind. That'll do for the time being. Okay. And let's end turn. So we're just going to keep the pressure on, guys, and finish off the Dark Elves, Ghrond. Then we're going to take on Ghrond and Mung to finish those guys off once and for all. Once we've done that, we're going to build up. We're going to get ourselves to a bit more of a defensive position. Then we're going to start sallying forth to go and hunt down all of these armies we just saw. I've got one in my territory over here as well, actually. We're going to just go chasing after them to start taking all of them out, guys, one after the other. Basically, we're going to go and finish this off once and for all. We're going to push forwards and take them all out so that we are... well, so that we can complete the campaign and get the Black Pyramid. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to stop there, though that is the main aim of this campaign. Again, guys, I do apologise. My videos have been a little bit all over the place recently. I have been having PC issues. I'm still working on them, so touch wood, I'm not going to freeze and crash through this at any point in this playthrough. But we shall see. So what's going on over here? The Elvies are doing their thing. I am going to have to choose a side in this war sooner or later, otherwise everybody's going to get annoyed at me. And realistically, it's probably more sensible for me to push down into Lustria, because I can do that as a concerted front with all of my armies just marching down across the isthmus and then spreading out into Lustria, battering everybody there at once. Right, you are moving up here. You are moving around. Right. As before, guys, I have just had to do lots of things. As I said, I did a full reinstall the other way as well, the other day as well, guys. If my sound or anything is a bit out, please just let me know, guys. I'm going to grab this one for the extra income from trade. I do want to get some of these generals long run, but I don't want to waste the cost for them at the moment because I'm trying to save up, almost there, for that next army, which will be really beneficial for us. You can get some walls, start building some walls, and we can wait. Right, you guys can start double timing it down here. Can we put tax back on here? Yes. You can change stance. You can't change stance because you're still recruiting. Let's just have a look at my regions. Which one is it I want? Iron Peaks. You are also not being taxed. That is silly. And the Iron Mountains. they can start being taxed now. That helps a little bit, guys. That's a slight buff to my income there. So we're going to start pushing out some more buildings as well, so we can start really putting our, bringing our armies together, making them nice and solid. Okay, so the High Elves are going for my target as well up there, though we're going to take that in front of them. I want to keep the Elves on side, guys, simply because they're great trade partners, so that's really beneficial for me to have them there. We're probably not going to go for the entire map on this one, though we'll probably push down into Lustria, certainly. And I do want to go and try and dominate the other, other Tomb Kings. Though we'll see how it's going, guys, when we get over there. Because this is the interesting thing. Even though they're smaller, they can still have as many armies as me, simply because their armies don't cost. And actually, getting your lords is about time. Getting the high-level armies, not so much, because obviously, we are still fast here, aren't we? Yes. Getting your high-level armies isn't necessarily down to time, simply because, because you need the buildings as well for them. Though if they've got less settlements, they could well have a lot of very good set of buildings. There's nothing saying they can't have a couple of really high-level buildings. And I found fighting Tomb Kings, even low-level Tomb Kings, is brutal, because nobody retreats. There is no retreat for Tomb Kings. Your units eventually fall apart. So actually, you sit there on the map, fighting and fighting and fighting. You're just slowly battering each other down. In my work campaign I'm doing in my lunchtimes at work, I actually had a battle where I had like 4 big, very similar armies go against each other. I actually lost. And it was such a brutal battle. I think literally, even though I lost, they ended with about 10 people on the map. It really was just nice easy auto for us there. And what really was just a complete and utter massacre. Right, straight into... Ooh. No, I don't care about them. Straight into this one to up my public order. I do want more of these guys as well. We're a little skint now, so let's start working on that one for the skull catapults. I'm not so fussed. I should really start getting some of these. I'm not so fussed about these guys at the moment. I also want to start getting a load of these once we can. How? Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Soon we will have that. He says while he's spending more money.
Address me as your highness. Legions march.
Who's this? Okay. Rakash. Oh, we're upping your damage now, actually. You know what we're gonna... Ooh, resurrect is nice. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that one. And end turn again. I'm actually gonna double time this a little, simply because I don't want to watch their entire turn. They're now chasing down after the next city, which kind of makes sense. I'd prefer to get it, because then I can pop an edict to keep the region a bit happier, but not the end of the world if I don't get it. We're moving up into position to take on Ghrond. I've got the 2 other armies moving down in position to take on Mung as well, though Mung is marching an army out, so I'll need to keep an eye where that goes. Worst comes to worst, I'll use the 2 armies around Ghrond to shepherd them, and then Naggarond will be the realm of Khatep. It will be a Tomb King realm for us, guys, so, that'll be quite nice for us.
Submit to your king. Advance. Address me as your highness.
Right, you can go into that stance, do a little more recruiting.
Legions rise.
You're already at 20 of 20. You guys can start sailing up there. Take the battle buff for the moment. It's still quite nice. How long does it actually last for? You can't tell.
Address me as your highness.
Oh, is it only for the army which picks them? Oh. Okay, that's actually rubbish then. If it's only for the army which picks them up, I don't like that at all. Alright, you can go merge in with him. I'm going to tweak this slightly. I'm going to give Seraketh the better army here. Because actually, I'm not a fan of Khatep, if I'm honest. I'm not a huge fan of the way he works. I'm going to take the Cav. I'm going to take a couple more of these guys. I'm going to take 2 of them. You can have 2 archers back for that. I want a couple of units of spears. That'll do. He's still got a good army. This is a nice, because he's on a war kitty. Obviously, we've got our priest as well, who is Nakaran, so that gives us buffs. A couple of spears, which are reasonable. Nice solid front line, and a whole load of monstrous infantry. And some monstrous cav, which I'll be swapping something out for a bit more monstrous cav as well. Probably these guys, and swapping some more monstrous infantry. And ideally I'd like an army with just monstrous, because why not? Okay, oh, right, I need to save for the other army. Remind me, guys, to save for the other army. Tell me off. I suspect that Lothan is going to get that next town before me, annoyingly, but them's the breaks. I'm not terribly upset if Lothan manages that. So long as Naggarond gets defeated. I suspect Naggarond has the islands right over on the far edge as well, but I can't quite see them, so I can't quite be sure. It's also possible that there's still some Norsicans there. Or that Lothan holds them, because Lothan is still quite powerful. In my first game, I actually played as Lothan, and I got battered by the Norsicans. I spent my first half the game fighting off Norsicans in Lothan itself, and then finally, after a huge period of time, just about managing to get an invasion off of Naggarond. I suspect if you play in the what do you want? Not quite yet. I suspect if you play Lothan in the... Oh, go away. Yeah, you can have a non-aggression pact. Anyway, as I was saying, I suspect if you... I'll get there eventually. If you play Lothan in the Mortal Empires map, you get some... you get to have some good fun with... Words are failing me. Sorry, I suspect you get attacked from all sides. I lost the ability to talk for a second there. Right, we're going to take a turn to get ourselves back sorted out. What do you want? It's good. Buffs up the duration. I'm never good with these guys who work on buffs. I'm not doing anything which costs me. We may as well grab that one then. Neither of those are used. I am not impressed. I don't like the caskets of souls. Some people are going to tell me I'm wrong. I'm sure, because they always will. But I'm just not a fan of the casket of souls. I just don't feel they're really worth it. Can we get extra attacks? Yeah, we may as well get the extra attacks here, because 5 public orders still not bad, and we'll swap you around. I just spent the money, though I'll still have over 10k. Up Time Walk, that is a nice buff, and you, I believe, are... Oh, yes. We're going to get the Ishbat... Oh, this is... We'll have my Necropolis Knights for now. We'll get these ones as well later, which means we got up some of these too. Oh, remind me to sort those guys out as well. No, the High Elves aren't going to take there, which I'm surprised by. As I said, we'll be moving down after Monday, and we will be going toward Monday soon. I'm not looking forward to fighting battles with Monday. Before we do that, I think I need to get myself some proper big, muscly, large unit armies, guys. So, though we're in no rush to do, you know, I've got plenty of time to sort that out. I can get those up, and we'll just use our skeleton armies basically as our backup. In the same way that Skaven would use clan rats or Skaven slave armies, we'll basically use them as our meat shield, effectively a separate army just to be a meat shield for us as we push around the place to keep us safe. Well, just to throw troops at them while my large units can actually get in and do the damage. Okay. Zlanubek. I'm still shocked they haven't actually confederated with Mazamunda yet. I'm quite glad they haven't, though. With the war, I mean, Lustria is definitely war-torn between the Lizardmen and the Skaven. There's a lot of battle going on there. Ooh, that might work out quite well for me. Mung might be about to get themselves battered there on Ghrond for me, which would be helpful. No, I wouldn't be particularly upset if that happened because, well, obvious reasons, guys. Okay, Lord Skrolk is... I discovered an ambush all the way down there. I'm not sure that's useful information for me, guys.
Submit to your king. Stand sentinel. I deem it.
Right. Now's the time. All my allies to... One of my allies refused to join my side.
To battle for the Creator God. The day of awakening. Destroy all.
That's quite a nasty garrison there, actually. I'm going to take a bit of time to build up some siege. I don't need anything for the gates, because let's be honest, my monstrous infantry is going to obliterate those gates, guys. Though, I do have other people coming up. So we'll take a couple of turns at least to get some siege towers out.
To greatness. Priest King.
We're going to be very, very subtle here and set up right next to them. Ooh! Before I forget, get that army out. Now. Let's go back here. Start building up. I want to get No, actually that tree's good. Where's this army? You're good. You can start marching down here.
My throne ready.
I'm going to get another army being built in Titan's Peak. Let's choose. We've got somebody who's already a bit leveled up. Or we can go straight to that. That's good. Treacherous. That's nice. It gives a... Oh, it's Tomb Scorpions. We'll still grab him. I don't actually want to put him in the city, because if he's in the city, he's actually more of a pain to deal with. Unfortunately, all these guys are full. That'll do to start with. Most of these units are going to get funneled into other armies, so...
Submit to your king. We retreat. The realm of souls fills with my
It's a nice, easy win for us.
My will.
You can go pick up that Skull Reef. I know... Oh, wow. So,
Speak, you craven.
there are still some Nausicans alive, though it looks like Nagorond are trying to do something about that. These guys are going to recoup somewhere... Ah, it's down here. These guys are going to recoup a bit, and then they're going to... I say recoup a bit, they don't necessarily need to. So they're going to recoup a bit, at which point we're going to get ourselves in a slightly better position. You can get changed. I want more public order generation. We're doing okay here. You can grab Route Marcher. Always grab Route Marcher first.
Suspect treachery.
That's just a straight good setup. It's just a general buff for basic infantry units, which, while not every army will have, they're going to have, well, will have all the time. They're definitely going to have at some point. That was a scary High Elf army, and that's why I don't want to take on the High Elves, guys, because their archers would make mincemeat of me still, and they can push out more armies than me. That is the thing I do find. It's interesting about the Tomb Kings, is you have such limited armies. I mean, I think I've got 8 or 9. So actually I've got quite a few armies, but even now I'm limited in the units. I've got to build the buildings around the place to get those units. Now, if I had time, if I turtled for 100 turns now, guys, I would be unbeatable, because I'd literally have... I'd be able to walk out into the world with armies full of sphinx, full of monstrous infantry. And that is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start pushing out these big top-end buildings as much as I can, guys, because they are going to make a big difference. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah. No, I don't want to go to war with them. So we're going to break my alliance with Mazamundi there. That is not good. So we've now broken an alliance with Mazamundi. We're going to try and re-get some of our other alliances. Again, I'm going to break my alliance with them. So yeah, we need to get ourselves down and into a position to defend our borders if Mundi decides he doesn't like that. Though, Mazamundi is very over-engaged, so realistically he's probably not going to go against us too badly. Well, I don't care if we've discovered an ambusher down there.
King of Nehek. I'm awake. Mortal fool.
If these guys were full, I would batter that. Though, I say that. That end of that army is just scary, guys. I think they know what's happening. swap that around because I don't really use those units. I'm going to push one of these up so I don't have to have two. That's going to take it from 6 to 8. That gives us 4, so that'll make it even if I knock that over.
Hierophant Khatep.
So I'm taking attrition by being here as well. This is the downside. Sod it, I'm going to go for it now. Give us a good battle before we finish, guys. This is actually going to be a very difficult battle. I potentially should have waited a turn, but the attrition is going to start really digging in. I've got a whole monstrous regiment who can go and batter those walls, guys. Batter a hole in the gate, then batter our way through. They do have a lot of good anti-large here, guys. So I do have to be very, very careful with that because all of their blackguard are... We're going to keep that magic. All of their blackguard are going to be nasty. Right, the other army's coming in here, so we're going to hit this gate. You're going to go up here. Basically, this chunk, I'm not forward deploying anything. This chunk are just going to go and batter the gates. You guys can move forwards. I might even send you up. You can come down here. You can move up to this side of the army. And all of you guys are just going to zerg up here. And potentially go over there. You guys can all move to here, actually. I think we're digging into nicely. Oh, I want to look at some of these units. Not that I can see them when they're bashing that gate. You guys can all hit the walls. And we can all charge straight through. Oh, have I lost a scorpion? No, it's just ended up there. Oh! Oh wow, you're definitely meant to be through in here. Some of these guys have abilities. Especially as his mount is very anti-infantry. Just throw a few buffs out onto my troops. All of you guys can just charge forwards and hit this chunk of wall. We think we're pushing. This group is pushing through nicely. I'm going to actually group these for ease. throw a spell at that. You are anti-large. You are going to go bash that dragon. Oh, my frame rate is chugging here. That is an interesting unit. It's bigger than the dragon, and that dragon is getting eaten alive. Okay, we're going to struggle on this chunk of wall, however. Hang on, they can go and attack the wall? Okay, we're going to go hit the gate with you guys. You guys really can keep the pressure on there. In fact, you guys can all start pushing for the goal, because if we get into there for long enough, we win. You guys can push on and over the wall into there. In fact, you guys can push over there to cover. Let's throw a buff out on these. Buff or 4 out on these guys. That gate's down, let's charge through there. Come on, large unit, you're meant to be moving, you're not meant to be letting them rain fire down on you. You guys can start charging up there. In fact, you guys can just join in. My Lord is up in here bouncing around on his giant cat. Battering their Lord. Wow! He is absolutely... I'm sorry about my frame rate here, guys. It's a very large battle. I don't have the best graphics cards, as I'm sure I've said before. You guys can hammer them. This just gives my guys stalk, which really isn't useful to us at this point. We're battering nicely through here. Oh, you can stop shooting your casket of souls. You can actually charge through, because you're not bad, and you can throw a few buffs out again. Charge over at them. Has he actually gained health? These guys do have a little weird ranged attack as well, which is always interesting. We're capturing the main bit now. We're still struggling a little over here, though I don't have everybody involved properly. You guys can turn... Oh, we've won. And they mass routed. It was a bit of a grind fest in places, but we kept them involved, and we just sliced... My monstrous infantry did their job there and sliced through. So the Necrosphinx only got 9 kills, but he was what took out their dragon so quickly, because he is an anti-large unit. So nothing got a huge amount of kills here, but in general we just did nicely, you know. It was a nice solid battle. Oh, that's nice for us. That is epic. I think I'm going to be saving for that, guys.
Keep your filthy hands off.
That's them done. And perfect. These guys lost their army.
In the chariots. The treasures are mine.
And Nagorond is ours, guys. So that is Nagoroth completely under our control now, guys. As well as some of the Chaos Wastes there. So that's a really good bonus. Good for us now. And we're going to start pushing ourselves down to the board, the Isthmus with Mazamundi.
Representatives from Nehek. How wonderful.
We don't even have a non-aggression pact with these guys anymore, but we've become unreliable from our dealings recently. Anyway, guys, we are going to end this one here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed this. Next time, we're going to get ourselves down onto that border with a few armies anyway. We're going to start taking out some... We're certainly going to take out the rogue army here. These two guys are going to go and try and catch up with rogue army, which is bouncing around here. And then we're going to push down through here. There's another book in Mazamundi's capital, and there's a couple of extra rogue armies down here as well, guys. So, and we can see where all the books are here. So, I think these guys just sail around and around. So, anyway, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching.